Well, good evening. Welcome to the House of Orange. I'm Brian Cook along with Hunter Zorski back in our studios. Our maestro Andrew Johnson, our producing engineer. It is season opener for the Beatrice football team as they play host to the McCook Bison tonight to open the season. And I think this may be the first regular season game ever between these two teams. Well, there we go. I think we're back on. So we're good to go now, folks. I'm sorry, technical difficulties. I'm Brian Cook. He's Hunter Zarbanicki. Beatrice will be kicking off to begin this football game. Beatrice and McCook in the regular season here at the House of Orange. Season opener here tonight for the Orangemen and Bison.
Tripping Noah on the play is Brody Anthony. Good. Ball at the 45-yard line. Brings it 2nd and 3. By Tristan Campbell. Ball put at the 18-yard line. First down, Bison. First and 10, McCook. Carried again by Tristan Campbell, brought down by number 23, Carson Workman. Inside the Beatrice 10-yard line at the 6th, brings first down and goal for the Bison.
Pushing forward, there's a host of Orangemen around him, but he makes it down to looks like the 1 yard line.
Ball carried by Campbell again. A host of Orangemen on the tackle at about the 1 yard line. Brings up 2nd and goal for the Bison.
On the 1 yard line, 2nd and goal.
Touchdown, McCook. Quarterback sneak by Trent Rail. Touchdown, Bison. Kick is good. The number 17 Gunner Caps takes the score. Beatrice 0, McCook 7. Back deep for Beatrice, Bo Spilker and John Reeson. Kicking for McCook, Gunner Caps. John Reeson made the return out to past the 20-yard line. Leading the tackle is number 36, Tate Schaefer. First and 10 Beatrice, ball to 22. Reeson with the carry. Kalen McCorkey and Henricks Young leading the tackle. Number 44 also, Kalen McCorkey. Loss of 3 brings the ball to 19. Second and 13. Pass from Johnson is complete to Cale Cook. Illegal receiver is the call against Beatrice. Illegal man downfield.
Illegal man downfield, so that means the lineman decided to pick off the pass was thrown. So that's coming back.
Bentley flag on the play. Dead ball, legal procedures to call against Beatrice. 5-yard penalty puts the ball at the 9-yard line. Still second down. Mary Johnson on the carry for Beatrice. Oliver Corbett and number 68, Quentin Terry on the tackle. At the 11-yard line, brings up third down for Beatrice. Pass from Johnson is complete. Cale Cook. Kristen Campbell on the stop immediately, brings up fourth down from the 20-yard line. 4th and 12 for Beatrice. Bison.
Almost blocked him. Looked like he was going to have a handout.
Miles Pullman on the return. That's Cale Cook and on the stop for Beatrice. First down, Bison, ball at their own 46-yard line. Ball carried by Tristan Campbell. John Reese forces that man to bounds at about the 21-yard line. First down, McCook. Pass from Rail is complete to Miles Pullman. Touchdown, McCook. Hit by Gunnar Katz is good. Makes the score. Cook 14, by Connor Hayden for Beatrice. No gain on the play, brings up 3rd and 11 for Beatrice. Penalty flag on the play. Red ball, legal procedures is called against Beatrice. Our penalty puts the ball on the Beatrice 19-yard line. 3rd down. Making the tackle, number 21, Oliver Corbett. Derek Johnson on the feet. Ball placed at the 14-yard line. Down Orangeman. Nice kick on the play by Merrick Johnson. Ball down at the McCook 38-yard line. 1st down Bison.
He goes around to the right. He's got a ball that moves his hands and springs it free.
Ball carried by Tristan Campbell. Bo Spilker forces him out of bounds at the 41-yard line for Beatrice. 1st and 10 Bison. Tristan Campbell again on the carry. Bo Spilker again on the tackle. Ball spotted at the 30-yard line. 1st and 10 McCook. Schmidt on the carry. Brought down by Isaac DeBoer. Up at the 11-yard line. Second and a yard for McCook. Ball carried again by Ethan Schmidt. Fourth down, ball at the 9-yard line. Ball carried by Campbell. Bill Cook. Down from Isaac DeBoer made the tackle for the Apples. Ball at the 4-yard line. First and goal. Ball carried by Keelan McCook. Down to about the 1 line. Cale Cook in on the tackle. Second and goal. Touchdown by Tristan Campbell. Touchdown McCook. Kick is good by Gunnar Capps. Nice score. McCook 21, Beatrice nothing.
Well, sorry about technical difficulties here. I'm Brian Cook along with Hunter Zarbernicki and the maestro Andrew Johnson, our producing engineer, as McCook has started this game out on a 21-0 run. Hunter, these teams meeting for the first time during the regular season. Generally see them in the postseason, and first game of the year here at home, and things aren't looking very good right now for the Orangemen.
Running the ball in, throwing the ball. Holes on the line, both sides. So hopefully we can rebound here. It is early in the year. A lot of nerves. A lot of times it's hot out there. So hopefully we can bounce back.
Young, inexperienced group of the Orangemen. Barrett Johnson's a quarterback, and he's probably got more experience than him and Cale Cook. They made it on the team, so it's just making adjustments, not worry about this right now. I mean, it's the first game of the year, and the kids are gaining experience on the field. Coach Keiser will get them in place.
Yeah, McCook's came out with a lot of energy. They brought a lot of fans here, too. There's a lot of them sitting over there on the far side. And yeah, believe in Coach Keiser and what they're trying to do here.
Beatrice takes the kickoff, and ball across, and ball returned by Isaiah Ochtemeyer. The kickoff, and it'll be first down and 10 Beatrice here. In a 21-0 hole here, but again, don't panic, 26-yard line.
Yeah, and Brian, this will be fun for the listeners out there. We're doing this inside on video, so this will be fun.
Yes. We had technical difficulties at the House of Orange, so we moved inside mission control to do this game, watching monitors. And Jeff Junker right now is getting jealous because Hunter Zarbinicki and Brian Cook are in the air conditioning doing this game. Flag flies. We've seen some penalties on the Orangeman offense. Again, just early mistakes. Nothing to worry about. Get it out of your system. You get better. You quarterbacked for the Orangemen back in your days. You know how hard that first game is.
Yeah, it's a lot of anticipation for it. You prep all off season for that first game, and like you said, McCook's not a common opponent that we see. Sometimes you get a little extra excited when you play a rival, but McCook's a good opponent, and we're seeing that early on here.
Johnson tosses it far side, intercepted, and into the end zone for a touchdown. McCook extends their lead. 27-0 now. Ball off the hands of the receiver, right into the hands of the defensive player.
Yeah, just a bubble screen there. A little bit of a high throw. That looks like intercepted by Miles Pullman from McCook, running it in for 6.
So a 27-0 lead for the Bison. Not the Bison. The Bison are in North Dakota State. Bison are in McCook.
I've watched too many Buffaloes and Bison in the past couple of days.
I wish North Dakota State would have beat Colorado. But it's going to make Nebraska look good when Nebraska beats Colorado. Extra point is good. It's 28-0 right now. McCook with the early advantage over the Orangemen in the season opener. Beam and Beatrice High School activities would like to thank all of our sponsors for their continued support. Their support helps our students achieve at the highest level possible. Our sponsors this year include Sunrise Bakery and Southwick Chiropractic, Security First Bank, Jones Group, Garnett Investment Strategies, First State Bank, First National Bank of Omaha, Building Tech Incorporated, Beatrice YMCA, Beatrice Community Hospital, and there are still sponsorship opportunities available. If you or your business would like to become a sponsor, please contact Cindy Raminga at Beatrice High School and become a sponsor. You help the students' education level here. What you're seeing on the screen is students manning cameras doing that. What you're hearing is me and Hunter Zarbinicki, who are well past graduation, but we just kind of fill in with the icing on top of the cake provided by the students under Andrew Johnson at the Beam Broadcasting Center.
It's so great what they do here. It's amazing, really. Seeing all the camera angles, and looks like we even got boots on the ground down there on the sidelines. Shout out to Lizzie Minnick helping us out here tonight. It's very cool what they can do with technology these days and give the opportunity to get these kids out on air and spotlight them.
Yeah, I convinced Lizzie back when she was in middle school she had to go to Beam because I knew how smart and intelligent she was. Great personality. And we thank her and then the returners that have come back once in Beam, always in Beam. Ezzie Cuevas helped us last night. And I think Tatum Tavenett should be manning some places tonight. Ezzie and Alex Veneman. Vinny is back helping tonight. Kickoff taken inside the 5-yard line. Down across the 20, 25, 26-yard line. That's where Beatrice will start their drive here, trailing by 4 touchdowns.
Yeah, let's see if we can get something going here, Brian, in this drive. I know the score is not what we want it to be so far, but see if we can build something here before halftime, get a little bit of life back.
Yeah, I'm looking up at another screen. I'm seeing the man who tore down the traditions of Nebraska football, Bill Callahan. I didn't know he was with the Choklahoma Sooners now, but apparently he's with Choklahoma.
You might not ever want to go back outside. Now you can watch college football.
Yes. First and 10, Orangemen at the 26-yard line. Handoff. John Reason up the middle. John across the 40, 45, and down near midfield. Good run by John Reason, the senior running back.
That's what you like to see. North-south, right up the middle. Looked like a simple ISO play there. Good hole built by that offensive line right across midfield.
Yeah, I'd like to mention that offensive line, too. They don't get a lot of publicity. Just, John Reason with the run there, but the offensive line created that hole.
Yeah, our 2 tackles, Ethan Lozman and Nolan Carroll, 2 guards, Grayson Klein, Rylan Gill, and then our center, Gavin Roden, starting here tonight for the Orangemen.
1st and 10 Orangemen at midfield. Merrick Johnson hands off. John Reason stacked up. Good defense on the defensive line by the Bison there.
Yeah, just carry off of the offensive line, too. That is the most overlooked position in all of football. It always has been. You don't hear the names ever. I know as a quarterback back in the day, those guys are your best friends. They really are. They protect you. They have your back. That's what makes football so fun, are those big guys up front.
Well, I think the success of Nebraska football for years came from the trenches, the fullback also, and that's why Tom Osborne won so many national championships.
For sure. It's that pipeline. Every year, that's what I'm looking for right away when Nebraska starts their new season. We're getting to push up front. That's the number one thing to tell how good of a team you're going to have that year.
Yep. Looks like a penalty on the Orangemen. They've had an abundance of penalties here early in this game. But again, learning experience. This is something that Coach Keiser will address with the team, prepare them for game number 2. So it'll be 1st and 15 for the Orangemen. Merrick Johnson for center, hands off, counter play to the left side. Again, stacked up by that McCook defense. Looks like they're in midseason form right now.
They are very experienced. I got a chance to talk with Coach Keiser here in one of the mornings, and he said they returned like 9 starters on one side of the ball and 7 on the other. They have a really solid junior class, and that's showing here so far.
Well, 2nd down and 17 here for the Orangemen at the 44-yard line. Merrick Johnson will go into shotgun formation here, or maybe a pistol formation with a running back behind him. Johnson hands off. That is Connor Hayden, I believe, number 10. He falls forward to about the 46-yard line.
And McCook's running the 3-3-5. Same defense that the Huskers run, and when they got a couple of big guys up front. Nose tackle, pretty decent-sized guy. Let's see, he's number 66, 65 maybe. Hard to tell, but he's a big body up there. It's hard to move, especially when you got a guy like that right over your center.
Tradition of McCook football has been their big players. They used to have a big tight end that lined up. Here we go, pass, far side, into the dirt, incomplete.
Spencer Steinbeck, number 57, 6'4", 315.
Wow.
There you go.
They've always had size over McCook. So it's 4th down and 15 here for the Orangemen at the 47-yard line. Beatrice will punt the ball away. We're in the 2nd quarter. 9:56 to go here in the first half. The band will entertain us here at halftime. Snap is back. Kick is up and on its way. Fair catch called for. McCook has possession here near the 20-yard line. When you look back on your career, Hunter, in football, what's one of the biggest memories you had under Bob Sexton and the Orangemen, the leader of the Orangemen team, football team?
My senior year, we played at York. We ran a play called Superpower. You remember? And
Yes.
Double tight, and we played at their place, and I think we beat them by a couple of touchdowns. York then went on and lost in the state finals that year. But it was fun. I think we ran it 12 or 13 straight times down the field at them, and offensive line, they were loving it and hooting and hollering in the huddle. I mean, that sticks out in my mind. We had a lot of close losses that stick out, too, from a negative side.
Superpower became the prime. In fact, one of the former football coaches took it to Idaho, won a state championship up there with Superpower.
Very nice.
Who are your running backs?
I had Jessup Workman, Chase Nelson, Reese Gronewald. Those were the 3 that got most of the carries there. Chance Helmick played fullback.
That was a good team you had. Shotgun formation here for the McCook Bison. Trenton Rayleigh Passes and overthrows his intended receiver. Good coverage by the Orangemen.
Yeah, we were right there. Even if he would have caught it, would have got an immediate tackle.
So it'll bring up a 3rd down and 6 here for McCook, leading at 28-0 here. 9 minutes ago here in the first half of play. Jessup Workman, the one game I'll always remember Jessup from was the Elkhorn South playoff game. We had to go there as a 14 seed and beat Moses Bryant and the Elkhorn South Storm. That was a game I'll never forget. Pass far side, caught, and the Bison have a 1st down and 10 inside Orangeman territory.
Cook's got a good offense. They are mixing it up, running pass, keeping us off balance. Quarterback throws some nice ball too.
McCook is a run-first team. They have one running back, that's Tristan Campbell. But in history, in the past, McCook likes to use their tight ends a lot.
It's funny seeing Class B football change over the years, too. Even 10 years ago, there were a lot more teams that ran very power-heavy. Norris did, Beatrice, Crete. And a lot of them we've adjusted to the spread, but I think that's not just high school. That's college as well. You're seeing that everywhere.
Yeah. Tristan Campbell, again, a good run there by the McCook running back. Tristan Campbell, he's a junior this year, 5'10", 155-pound. And he's had some great carries so far here in the first half. 28-0, Bison on top of the Orangemen here. Season opening game on Beam Broadcasting. Get all kinds of angles. I love mission control. I've never been down here to broadcast a game. Then we get our equipment working over there. Maestro invited us inside. We're doing the game from inside mission control. Handoff goes to Campbell up the middle. Tristan Campbell.
I think this is what a lot of the guys did during COVID. From behind the scenes, get a little taste of that.
Yeah, we started Beam Broadcasting during COVID. Did our basketball games here with no fans. We had cardboard cutouts of people in the stands, and that's how people could relate to COVID. And that was a time that live stream became very popular, not only in Beatrice but worldwide. McCook 1st and 10. Handoff goes up the middle. That is number 22, Ethan Schmidt, a 5'11", 165-pound senior on the carry there.
And Merrick just holding on, pulling him down from behind to prevent that touchdown.
Merrick Johnson, the son of Coach Johnson, great wrestler. My prediction is he will win a state medal this year in wrestling.
He's a hard worker. I see him in the weight room a lot. He loves living in there.
Second down and 3. Ball at the 7-yard line.
Timeout taken by Beatrice.
And Rayleigh calls timeout.
Maybe a wing tee is what they were lined up in. Looks like Coach Keisher wasn't quite ready for it.
Used to be a pretty popular formation in high school last decade. And that, I remember back when the wishbone was very popular. There were some teams that we faced. Waverly ran the wishbone every play.
Oh, yeah. When you got those guys up front, like I mentioned earlier, those plays are hard to stop, and you know it's coming. That's the thing. You know they're coming right at you.
The one formation I'd like to see more of, I rarely see anymore. I saw it back in the Dallas Jensen era, was the pro set formation. The two running backs, just pro set, just like in old-time football. You don't see that much anymore.
Yep, very simple, 2 back, one guy out right, one guy left, tight end.
I've always liked the power I formation. You can do so much out of that formation and run between the tackles.
Yeah, I think a lot of these football coaches at all levels are just seeing how much creative you can get with these different formations, how the shotgun, the pistol looks. Those are just fresh here over the last 10 to 15 years probably.
Yeah, and it depends on the player personnel you have as to what you can run. And it's complicated. Coaches will figure out. Coach Keiser is smart enough coach. He will figure out what formations the Orangemen can run on offense and defense. Hand off up the middle, and Ethan Schmidt dives into the end zone for the touchdown and extends the McCook lead here.
Yeah, there's that formation we talked about. The line just gets a great push up front. You got 3 guys leading through the hole.
McCook coaching staff has been around a long time, too. I know Jeff's been a coach there since I've been here in Nebraska.
McCook, are they Class B back again this year, I believe?
I thought they had dropped to Class C1, but maybe
C1 last year. Maybe they're back. I'm not sure.
Maybe
I know
they're back to B.
They jump up and down every year.
Depending on your enrollment. Extra point is up, and it is good. McCook leads at 35-0 here over the Orangemen with 7:02 to go here in the first half of play. Again, I'm Brian Cook along with my good friend Hunter Zarmanicki. And, you know, I think of Hunter, I don't think of football. I think of point guard in basketball. I've always remembered that, those state games that you played, and that's the memory I have of you. Like Jessup Workman, I don't remember his wrestling career as much, but I remember him running football, and Landon, your brother, basketball. You know, he was a wide receiver in football. What do you miss most?
I'll tell you what, I mean, I love basketball. That still is my number one sport, but football is one that I think some of the memories that you have, you remembered a lot more of the camaraderie with your team. It is. Some of those offensive linemen, you bond with them a lot, and you go through a lot of hard times in basketball too, but in football, in the heat, out in conditioning, I mean, all that stuff bonds you together as a team. It was very nice to have at least a year starting for football, because it's something that I played my whole life. I never was the biggest kid. Still not, but found my way out there, and so yeah, basketball still. I mean, a lot of memories there, but football gave its fair share as well.
We had great coaches: Bob Sexton, Coach Shue, good offensive coordinator. Bill Bruin was a defensive coordinator for a long time. DC, and the coach there. I don't know who your coaches were.
Yep, all those guys. All right. Yep. Now I see Coach Bruin out mowing yards throughout the town. See him all the time. I think Coach Kaderis was working at Baumgars there for a while, and I got to coach with him in girls basketball first couple of years. He was actually the one that hired me first to coach girls basketball,
really?
Believe it or not. So
he took over for Ryan Luke, didn't he? At basketball.
Yep. Gave me his hand-me-down shirts. I remember walking to my first practice. He goes, "Here's some shirts. Take them." I was like, "All right."
First and 10, Orangemen here. And timeout called. And so Beatrice will talk it over here. Zach Decker. I can't say enough about Coach Decker. I love him as a player. Again, memories of Deck. You know, great football player, set records kicking the football. But when I think of Zach Decker, I think of baseball. He was such a great, dominating baseball player.
Yeah, and Zach, he was the quarterback a year ahead of me, so I was with him a lot on the football field and learned a lot. He was a lot better thrower than I was with the ball for sure, and was good just to learn from him and pick his brain. He is a very intelligent mind of the game. I mean, all sports, I think. He's very analytical and understands when's the right time to be creative and when's the right time just to do the bread and butter. But I get along with him very well, and good to see him out coaching still.
Another very intelligent coach on the staff, Coach Colm. Again, I think of him as a basketball coach, but he's doing football this year under Coach Keiser, and he adds the intelligence to what needs to be done.
Yeah, I can't say enough about Kyle. Was one also that I coached a lot of girls basketball with, and he is so smart. He has so many things that you're like, never would have thought of that, and you're right. And so many of those things left and right, that comes from years of experience coaching and being around kids. That's what he's best at is with the kids. And the girls loved him on the basketball court. The guys love him here out on the football field, I'm sure. So he's so good with the kids, and that's what matters most.
And I love the coaching staff itself. You know, I think of Corey, and I think of girls wrestling, and I think of Corey Wells, but great football. He's been around football a long time. These guys.
He was my freshman coach when I played football.
Oh, really?
I think it was his first year in Beatrice.
So he's older than you then?
Yep,
I can say that.
Yep.
Here's Merrick Johnson keeping the football. Gets down about the 35-yard line.
Move the chains, first down. Yeah, a guy like Merrick, I bet he doesn't get off the field very much, if at all. He's playing both sides of the ball, leading both offense and defense.
Cale Cook, one of those players, too, that plays both sides, and big body, and Cale, a great baseball player as well. When I talk about Zach Decker being a great baseball player, Cale Cook is going to make his post-secondary education in baseball. Makes the handoff there, and Merrick is tackled behind the line of scrimmage back near the 30-yard line. I think playing other sports makes players better teammates, I think, better understanding of the game. Like we think of Merrick, wrestling, Cale Cook, baseball. I mean, they can apply what they've learned in all these sports in football and take that into the other sports.
For sure, yeah. There's always that topic of multi-sport athletes specializing, and I think club sports is impacting that greatly across not only the state but the nation. And my stance on it, there's no right or wrong answer to it. I think it's kind of up to the kids. You'd like to see kids do a lot of activities. I think that's what high school is about in my mind, is getting exposed as many things as you can. But if you have the talent or you're special in a certain sport, go do it.
Yeah.
And take advantage of it. And I mean, that's what you hear with all of these professional and college athletes. They really do. It takes a lot of time to be really, really, really good at something, and that's a good route too. So,
multi-sport athletes, I think, are better in the classroom as well, because I've talked with Jason Suter about that statistic, that kids that are in activities like being broadcasting or like plays or music or sports do better in the classroom. They're forced time management.
For sure, yeah. You get exposed to a lot of different things. Communication, you learn how to communicate in all sorts of different environments there.
Pass just out of the reach of the intended receiver there. Is there a flag? I think the maestro said there may have been a flag. Yes, there is. Going to be against Beatrice here. Beatrice has been penalized a lot here in the first half. And again, it's a learning experience, Losses are bad, but sometime back in my days, a loss was a good thing because it taught you life lessons about how to pick yourself back up. 7 years ago, I had a stroke. I had to learn to pick myself up. I think sports, watching the athletes here at Beatrice High like you taught me to never give up, get yourself back on your feet, and go. And I think that's helped me more than anything, a life lesson.
For sure, and without adversity, I truly believe you can't grow as a human being. And so you need to get knocked down a few times in order to learn from your mistakes and learn how to get better. And sometimes it can be pretty humiliating and tough to do, but getting through that only makes you a better person and continue further in life.
It's going to make this team better in the long run. You're going to get your mistakes, learn from them in the first game. They'll be twice as good the second game. I think you learn from your mistakes, and you've been in that situation before where you've gotten hammered in a sport. What you learn from that, what your coaches can take from that, and make you a better athlete, make the team a better team.
And it's great with technology these days. You're going to be able to see stuff from so many angles, as we can see here. And I think even in college football, they're getting iPads in the sidelines this year, so they're going to get direct feedback like the pros do. There's so many things that technology enables us to live correct as coaches and players.
Well, it's people like the maestro, Andrew Johnson, that makes technology useful like this. Bring it to your living room or your computer at work where you can see this thing and listen to us talk about it. It's technology in high school now. We used to have that. Oh, nice long pass right down the sideline. Boy, McCook is looking in mid-season form right now.
Man, that's a beautiful ball over the top there. Pass was the number 4. Let's see. Numbers are hard to see, Brian. Maybe it wasn't number 4. Yeah, beautiful ball over the top. That's hard. When you're down the way you are, don't anticipate a team throwing it. I mean, it is still the second quarter here, so there's definitely no bad intentions, I think, there by McCook. It's a well-thrown ball and a good catch and touchdown.
Kick is up and it's good. 42-0. McCook leads it here with 4.5 to go in the first half. You've got a new thing coming up here in about a month. You don't lose a sister, you gain a brother. Your sister,
Yes, I do.
Bailey Zarbanecki, again, great athlete. I remember her from basketball, but the thing I remember Bailey most, softball, center field. Boy, she dominated off back there. Brandel Rickenberg, she's marrying Brandel. And the thing I remember about Brandel, I should remember a lot of things. Baseball was a sport, but basketball, that game against Ralston years ago, where he kept lighting up threes and dominated the Ralston Rams.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was funny. I was interested to see what sports you were going to pick for him. Then Bailey went on and played basketball, and Brandel did too in college at Southeast Community College. But yeah, wedding's coming up here. Friday night of the Nebraska-Illinois game.
Now, whose idea was it to put it on the Nebraska game?
It was supposed to be Friday night to avoid the Saturday game, and then they moved the game up.
So we blame the Nebraska athletic department for moving the game.
Yeah. And Arnie Cerny, if you guys know him, he texted Bailey before it was even published. She's like, "Sorry, Bailey, I got to go to the game."
That sounded like Arnie. Well, McCook kicking off here, up 42-0. I'm going to go through a list of great athletes from Beatrice that have, there's a fumble on the play, and this doesn't look good. It is McCook football inside the Beatrice 25-yard line, 24-yard line, where McCook will take over. So Beatrice, again, committing errors here. It's first game of the year, first half of the year. And, again, learning tools they can take with them, what Coach Keiser can tell the kids and make them better.
Yeah, biggest thing you don't want is to beat yourself up, I think. And mistake like that, not catching the kickoff, I think that's hard. And when you lose a game, you want to say, yep, that other team was better than us. They came in and beat us, not beat yourself. So those are the little things I think that'll be focused on here over the next week.
Correct your mistakes. Shotgun formation here for the Cook. Handoff goes to Campbell up the middle, and he is wrapped up by a couple of defenders. I believe that was Isaac DeBoer on the tackle there. Isaac, a 6 foot, 195-pound junior on the tackle for the Beatrice defense. Yeah, list of names I've got of great athletes marrying great athletes from Beatrice. Mike Higgins married Tara Oltman. Mike was a great football player, played for the Saints, NFL. Tara Oltman pitched for Creighton. Andrew Hibbert, Tasha Weishahn got married. Andrew was a three-point shooting artist for Beatrice and the undefeated team. And Tasha Weishahn, great point guard for the Lady Orange under Steve Hartman. And there is touchdown run by McCook's Tristan Campbell. So Campbell rushes it in and tacks on to the McCook lead. But Mike Higgins, you remember Mike?
Yep.
Tara Oltman. Mike was a great football player under Dallas Jensen, Bob Sexton. Tara Oltman, again pitching at Creighton. Andrew Hibbert, three-point artist on the undefeated Beatrice team under Jim Weeks. And Tasha Weishahn, great volleyball player, great basketball player under Steve Hartman. Caleb Harms went to college, played golf at Southern Illinois. He married Jessie Meintz. Jessie, great girls golfer. So golfer versus golfer right there. Tandon Dorn, great baseball player, shortstop. I'll never forget Tandon, but also a point guard for the Beatrice basketball team.
And quarterback.
And quarterback football team. Married Kayla Busboom. Busboom, I remember her in volleyball. She was an outside hitter that could not be stopped. Then she went to work for the Gage County, I remember the Gage County Ag Society, and she helped us out there. Braden Noka, great baseball pitcher. Married a great softball pitcher, Skylar Halls. The connection's there. And now we got Brandel Rickenberg marrying Bailey Zarbanecki.
Yep. Yeah, we were trying to make that list and see if we forgot anybody. We may have, but
That's my
pretty neat.
all-century orange and black weddings. I've got the all-century teams in football, basketball. Now I've got all-century orange and black weddings. Remember, those are the ones I think of.
Yeah, it'll be exciting having Brandel in the family. Been around for so long. Seems like he's already a part of it. So make it official here in a few weeks. Welcome him to the family.
Yeah, if I had one wish, I wish his dad would be here to watch that.
Yes.
I mean, his dad was a class act guy. His mom is the mom of the century, what she has done.
Yeah,
for the boys.
they're two awesome human beings, and yeah, I know we miss Brandel's dad a lot. So he's an awesome guy, and I was young, even remembering him too. But you remember a lot from Dog. You remember a lot.
Yep. And he was a great basketball referee. He refereed back high school and college, and he had the same hairline as I did. got bald. But yeah, Brandon will be a great addition to the Zarbanicki family. And we were talking about why is it that the girls have to change their last name? Why can't Brandel become a Zarbanicki instead of Bailey becoming a Rickenberg?
Yeah, may have to propose that to him.
I don't think Brandel will like that. Bailey might. But that's coming up next month, right?
Yep, I think September 20th.
Got my invitation in the mail. I can't wait to see that. I formation here. Hand off to the tailback. There goes John Reason. Yep, John Reason on the carry.
It's Merrick Johnson back there, running back now. So
Oh, is it? Okay.
looks like at quarterback we got Boston Crawford in,
Okay.
the 6-foot sophomore.
I'm glad you can see those numbers better than I can. I'm looking at screens are clear as bell, and I couldn't tell that. But Boston Crawford, the new quarterback, he quarterbacked the middle school back when I was working at the middle school. I know Crawford family, very good family, and he's a quarterback now. And Merrick Johnson goes to, boy, if him and Cale Cook are back at running backs, wow, that's power football 101.
Yeah, some Maryland I formation here too. Early movement there.
Penalty flag on the play.
3:06 to go here in the first half. Looked like it had movement by the offensive line.
Illegal procedure to call on Beatrice. We have had a cell phone turned into the press box.
So it'll be second down here for Beatrice.
The press box. Describe it like your call.
Second and 15 here for the Orangemen at the 36-yard line. The Orangemen try to find something here to get it moving. High snap, a handoff up the middle, gets back maybe a yard on the play.
Ball carried by
It looked like maybe a run pass option. You're seeing those more and more common in football at all levels. And we have bubble screen there on the left, inside zone on the right. Give the quarterback an option to pre-snap decide what he wants to do.
Boston Crawford, his brother was a quarterback for the Orangemen.
Yep, Shelton, good basketball player as well.
Family history behind Orangemen and Lady Orange Athletics. Incredible. Nice snap. And there's Boston. No, that's Merrick Johnson.
Back to Merrick.
Back to Merrick. So it'll be third down and long here for the Orangemen. Under 2 minutes to go in the first half of play.
Fourth down. Check
Fourth down, okay. Fourth and 21. Now don't gauge what Beatrice is just by this game. You know what? Watch McCook go undefeated. Beatrice's only loss, maybe, to McCook. I mean, you don't know what the future holds.
It's very hard to tell from one game for sure.
Fair catch called by Cook about the 37, 38-yard line where the Bison take over here with a minute 21 to go. And there was some games. There was a game. Beatrice was undefeated going into Waverly and got hammered by the Vikings. And Beatrice would go on, make the state tournament, make the state playoffs. I think they made the I don't know if it's state semifinals or maybe the state finals that year.
Yeah, I think I remember the year you're talking about, late 2000s, I believe. Remember going to that game at Waverly.
Waverly was a good football team, but Beatrice, was really good. And that game, they got beat 49-0, I think. And I thought, wow, it's different. But we went on to make the state finals. Or state
fumble, and yeah, we got it.
Got it first.
Nolan Carroll.
Nolan, 6'1", 235-pound senior. Fumble recovery. Beatrice in great field position here at the McCook 33-yard line.
Let's see if we can take advantage of it. Let's get some points here, Brian, on the board.
Got to get some confidence.
It's like Merrick's back calling the plays again here. Maryland I formation.
Maryland I. Crete Cardinals made that famous in high school. I tell you what, Coach McGinnis made that a great offense. You remember Chuck McGinnis?
Oh, yeah.
From Crete?
Yep.
Real great guy, and his son was a great football player, too. There's a replay of the fumble there. Just a miss handoff.
Two guys jumping on it there. We were right on top of it.
So 2nd down and 5 for the Orangemen inside the McCook 30-yard line. Broken play here. Pass down the field, but underthrown to the intended receiver.
It's a tough pass out of the Maryland I. You only got a couple of guys going out on routes. Usually it's tight end drag across the middle, which is what we saw there, and corner out, but not much you can do. It's very much a run-heavy formation. Norris used to run it a lot, too, while we were in high school. I remember prepping for that. As the defensive back, you had one job, was guard the tight end. That's all I was worried about.
A 3rd down and 5 here. Pistol formation this time from Eric Johnson. Johnson will roll out to his left side. Looking downfield. Here's it up. And ball tipped in the air. Looks like intercepted, or was it out of bounds?
Intercepted. Yep.
28 seconds to go in the first half. McCook with a 49-0 lead over the Orangemen here in the season opener. Volleyball team had their season opener last night against Crete. A 5-set, exhausting, heartbreaking defeat for the Lady Orange. They won the first 2 sets, and Crete won the next 3. But boy, that was out of back and forth battle.
Yeah, very long game. I was watching you guys on Beam, and game didn't get over till about 10 o'clock.
Yes.
Very late game.
I know that Maestro Andrew Johnson was really tired after that. He spent a whole day at school and had to stay till 10 o'clock at night. Wait for that to get done. I do have stats on that match. I'll give to during the broadcast and let you know what that finished up. Beam and Beatrice High School Activities would like to thank all of our sponsors for their continued support. Their support helps our students achieve at the highest levels possible. Beatrice Community Hospital, Beatrice YMCA, Building Tech Incorporated, First National Bank of Omaha, First State Bank, Garnett Investment Strategies, Jones Group, Security First Bank, Southwick Chiropractic, and Sunrise Bakery, part of our great sponsorship for Beam Broadcasting. There are still sponsorship opportunities available. If you or your business would like to become a sponsor, please contact Cindy Raminga at Beatrice High School and help support our student athletes and our activities in Beatrice and our students, helping them to learn Beam Broadcasting. Well, I think we'll have the band come up here at halftime. I don't know if the Black Diamond Dancers will be performing or not, but the band will be taking center stage here very shortly. 49-0, McCook with the lead here at halftime. Again, we apologize for the technical difficulties we've had. Again, early in the season, it happens. Football, sports, activities, singing, and even Beam Broadcasting goes through some technical difficulties, and you just adjust from there. I'm confident the Maestro will get it fixed. There it is, the mighty band from Beatrice land, here to support you and to entertain you here at halftime. We will step aside.
Please welcome to the field your Beatrice High School marching band. I do apologize. I do not have a write-up of the halftime entertainment, what the name of their show is, but let's sit back and enjoy the Beatrice High School band.
All right, line up for the head count. Prisoners missing. We have a breakdown.
Did the audio stop working?
Multiple times.
What's up, Alex?
And we welcome you back here to the House of Orange. 49-0. McCook with the lead over the Orangemen here at halftime. It's been pretty much all McCook this ball game. They've been very impressive. Meanwhile, Beatrice has struggled with some mistakes and some errant things that have happened to him. But again, learning experience here. Hunter Zarbanicki.
Yeah, for sure. Up front, clearly you could tell what was happening there. McCook was getting off the ball early and often, and we just never could recover. And you'd like to see us, like you said, minimize those mistakes that you're shooting yourself in the foot on. But McCook definitely has a very good football team, and they're proving that here tonight.
Well, you have other scores from around Class B, don't you?
There's a lot of good games this week. Crete played last night. Our next opponent lost 14-0 to Platteview. But tonight, there's some ranked, unranked battles going on. Gretna East right now is up 17-14 on the 7th-ranked Seward Blue Jays at halftime. The 8th-ranked Hastings Tigers are up 14-10 over the York Dukes at halftime. Start of the third quarter, Elkhorn North, the 3rd-ranked team in Class B, is ahead of Lincoln Pius X, 14-6. And number 4, Omaha Skutt, leading number 6, Norris, 19-7 at halftime. And then number 1, Bennington, against number 2, Waverly. Bennington leads that one 14-0 early on in the third quarter.
Wow. Bennington last year that won the state title. They had to beat Waverly in the state semifinals to get there.
And they open up against each other this year.
Yeah. Well, McCook will be kicking off to begin the second half here. The Orangemen back to take the kickoff. Orangemen returning the kickoff from the north end zone. And so here we go. Ball taken to the 15, handoff, 20, 25 down to the 27-yard line. That's for Beatrice to start 1st and 10 from their own 27-yard line. Got some good news. Softball, wow. They had a big, tough tournament today. The Varsity Invitational at Dorsbell Softball Complex, playing 3 ranked Class A teams. Well, first game, they rally back to beat Millard North 5-4. Then beat Lincoln Pius for the second time this season, 5-3. Now, Lincoln Pius is now Class B again, and now we'll face Lincoln Southwest. So Beatrice softball is now, 5-1 on the season.
Very, very impressive. And, yeah, not just ranked. Millard North, I think, was the number 2 ranked team in Class A. Lincoln Southwest here later tonight, they are the number 4 ranked team in Class A. Done a very impressive job. I was at that first Pius game and was very impressed with the energy that the softball team came with. And, Pius was a very good team, and we found a way to win that game.
Now, we were up 2-0. They hit a 2-run homer, tied up at 2, and then the girls did not let that falter, rallied them back and won 4-2 over the Thunderbolts in that game. And then Boyko was awesome pitching.
Yeah, she's fun to watch, and talking about her fire, you can just tell she brings from the mound, and that can't be fun to go against. So when you're an opposing hitter and you see someone out there with that much fire and passion for the sport they love, she's had a good start to the season, and she pitched again in that Pius game today and beat him. Yeah,
and then Kerrigan Hendricks, the young sophomore, pitched the win against Millard North. She moved up here from Wymore Southern.
Yeah.
And she was impressive as a freshman down there.
Yeah. Did a very good job, too, pitching, and she was one that brought us back in that first game on the mound. So very good job by the softball team. It's going to be a fun year, I think. They have a lot of opportunities to win a lot of games and make a run again at state tournament, as they do every year.
First down run by John Reason there. And Beatrice has it 1st and 10. Right now at the 37-yard line. Yeah, Bailey Zarbanicki, your sister, one of the assistant coaches there. They got a great coaching staff under Gary Lytle, and it seems very cohesive right now. Returners they had. Callie Schwiezo is unbelievably awesome. They just have the players right place. Brooke Gleason, maybe one of the best second basemen I've seen in a long time.
Mm-hmm.
She just dies for everything. And she just a well-rounded team right now.
Yeah, you mentioned Callie. Callie's one of the girls in our basketball team too, and we've seen her come a long ways here, especially this offseason as a leader and just getting the intangible part of not just basketball but all athletics. And comes from a very good family. Her older sisters.
Oh, yeah. It all began with
great
Emily
humans.
Schwezo years ago. Then Whitney Schwezo, and then Riley Schwezo, and now it's Callie Schwezo's turn. Miscommunication in the backfield. Merrick Johnson turns it into a positive gain instead of a loss on the play.
It's happened a couple of times, catching it and going the wrong way, I guess, on the snap. Not sure, again, where the fault goes there, if that's miscommunication on the play call or what. But those are the little things that we're talking about that we need to clean up here in future weeks.
And Coach Keiser will do it. Him and his staff are going to use this as a tool for the rest of the season. I'm very sure of that. Pistol formation. Merrick Johnson keeps the football. He's across midfield, breaks a tackle there, and he gets out of bounds inside the 43-yard line. It is a running clock after 35-point differential, and so the clock will continue to run. And I think only timeouts stop the clock. Am I correct, David Hunter?
I believe that's right, yes. I think 35-point lead. Good stiff arm there by Merrick. Broken tackle. Get a few extra yards.
Derrick Henry's made that very popular, a stiff arm. Great running back now for the Baltimore Ravens.
Brian, you know Avery Johnson, Kansas State quarterback. That's what I think of America. I wonder if they're related at all. Both got the Johnson last name.
They could be. Well, that's Coach Johnson then. This time John Reason was stopped in the backfield. Third down and long here for the Orangemen. Third and about 5. Like to see the Orangemen put together a very good drive in the second half here. Start getting some confidence.
Yeah, across midfield, you'd think we'd probably go for it on fourth down if we don't lose yards here. So you're trying to get potentially 2 plays to get the first down. Have that in the back of your mind.
Pistol formation here. Merrick takes snap and flags fly. So movement, legal procedure on the offense. Orangemen here. Beatrice volleyball team, 5-set thriller. It was an exhausting game against Crete last night. They won the first 2 sets, lost the next 2, lost the next 3 to Crete. But boy, it was back and forth. The Cassie Parks Eichhoff era began last night. And I'm telling you, I could tell just by the confidence of certain players that lack confidence the last couple of years. Watching them play confident, I thought this is going to work. Cassie Eichhoff is going to be a great volleyball coach.
Yeah, she just tell on the sidelines, coach with a lot of passion for the game, and is going to invest a lot into these girls and get them to where they need to be.
We got an injury on the play there. Yeah, Beatrice player is down. Yeah, just watching him, it looks like John Reason is maybe cramping up. Yeah, I was very impressed. And this is without Annie Gleason. Annie's not been medically cleared yet. When Annie gets back, look out. This team is going to be really, really good. But last night, London Mainz, 15 kills, 2 ace serves. Brooklyn Schaefer, the senior, had 11 kills, 4 ace serves. Kara Schuster had 4 ace serves, going on a couple of kills. Claire Trusty, who I talk about confidence, she's been lacking confidence the last couple of years. And this, I noticed her play on the court last night. Played with a lot of confidence, 5 kills and a block.
As a freshman.
As a freshman, yeah. And just Taylor Reimer, a senior, had 5 kills, 4 blocks on the front row. And Claire Bauman, again, a girl that needed confidence. I could see that Cassie Eichhoff is giving these girls confidence. Claire had 5 kills and a couple of blocks in the game. Sophie Gleason, Annie's relative, 5 kills, 3 ace serves for Sophie. They've got it. when Annie Gleason gets back, look out. She's a middle blocker. It's going to be a good volleyball team.
Yeah, fairly young group that's out there on the court. A couple of seniors playing with Brooklyn Schaefer and then Annie as well. But a lot of girls are going to be back next year. And, yeah, you hope to see progress, especially, new coach. You're going to see a lot of small things to correct and get over the hump like we've talked about here. And believe they'll do a good job in getting some wins out there.
I remember back, I covered Cassie Parks as an athlete. Now I get to cover Cassie Eichhoff as a coach now, and I know she's going to do the job. Much like her brothers, Tyson and Dion at Southeast, they have made that a premier program in junior college ranks, baseball. Unbelievable job they've done there.
I got to mention Kylie Hatcliffe, too, being out for the year as well. She's not going to be able to play. We're hoping to get her back for basketball season, but I think that's still a little bit up in the air.
Now, I mentioned all those girls, all those stats. My player of the game last night was the libero. Andon Borenpol was all over the court, diving here left and right. And Borenpol is just a freshman this year, 5'7", and she did a unbelievable job. That's why Beatrice won the first two sets, because of the play of Andon Borenpol at libero. Yeah,
Andon's a great kid as well. She's a fighter. She's a battler. Out there in the basketball court and on the volleyball court. She's very passionate with what she does, puts in a lot of time, and it's going to pay off for her.
Yeah, she had two older sisters that she had a battle with then, and I think that's where she got her toughness. Long pass down the field, just overthrown the intended receiver there.
Had him. Yeah. Got behind the safety.
It is tough to roll out and throw on the run.
Yes, it is.
As a quarterback, you had to do it too, but you don't get to set your feet and get that accuracy.
For sure, yeah. It's very difficult, especially when you're going side to side. It's hard to make a pass on the run. Only the really, really good ones can do it. And the Patrick Mahomes out there, and we got Patrick Mahomes 2.0 coming to Lincoln.
He does it behind the back too. Did you see that pass he got Kelsey in the preseason?
Yep.
Behind the back. That's a basketball move. Nice run up the middle. The Orangemen driving here. Been a good drive so far. Eric Johnson is quarterback keeper up the middle, follows his offensive lineman, and gets down.
Yeah, that's the drive you want to see. I think we've got the fourth down here a couple of times. Another one here, see if we can convert it. But we're moving the ball down the field here about the 32-yard line.
4th down and 3 at the 32-yard line for the Orangemen here. They'll go for it, obviously. Their offensive linemen, Gavin Roden, Rylan Gill, Grayson Klein, Nolan Carroll, Ian Losman. Those guys are good guys. I've watched them grow. They're going to mature. And like we have a rollout here. And enough for a first down if he didn't step out of bounds.
Looks like he got it. Big hit.
Yeah.
Almost thought it could have been late or helmet to helmet or something.
It is a first down. Merrick Johnson on the rollout to the left side. Beatrice still in business on this drive here inside the McCook 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 Orangemen. And a player is down on the field.
It looks like, who is that? It's Merrick. Yeah. He did get his head hit pretty good. Looks like maybe struggling to stand on his own.
Concussions have really been an emphasis in all sports.
Well, and that's what I kind of said. I thought it looked like he got hit pretty good. Surprised the flag wasn't thrown or anything. He took a pretty big shot on the sideline.
Lindsay, the trainer, is out there checking on Merrick. Well, we have this time. I'd like to mention again, once a Beam broadcaster, always a Beam Dream Teamer, and Ezzy Cuevas, and trying to remember who else. Vinny is back. Alex Veneman is back helping. Also here tonight is Lizzie Minnick, Lexi Mustin, Ellen Zapata, Mary Ellen Zapata, the seniors this year in Beam Broadcasting. Their juniors, Grace Bigley, Layla Boyko, who's obviously playing softball right now, and Maddie Bunch. Our sophomores, Isaac Bruna, who's playing football right now. I mentioned Lizzie Minnick. She's running the cameras up there. And Caden Zestera is a member of Beam Broadcasting this year. Thanks to our students here at Beatrice High School for the job they do. And even the ones that come back to do it. Do a tremendous job. Like a fumble on the play. And who recovered it? The player down.
McCook did get on that ball. It's just, I did not want to see that after a good drive we had putting together there.
Driving it deep inside McCook territory. And again, mistakes that, you know, they can work on. You don't learn if you don't make mistakes. And you learn more from those mistakes, like the upcoming games. It's life lessons.
This is Connor Hayden down, I believe. Looks like a cramp.
Connor, a 6'3", 200-pound junior this season. Well, the football team travels to Crete next week, next game, and then travels to Platteview. Then we're back at Beam Broadcasting for the next 2 home games, York and Hastings. Hastings is homecoming this year. And that's September 27th. Mark that on your calendar. Volleyball team has the Volleyball Varsity Invitational here September 7th. Come out and watch that. The Lady Orange invite is awesome. Aurora, Duchesne, Elkhorn, Grand Island Northwest, Lincoln Northwest, Superior, and Waverly will all be here for the Beatrice invite on September 7th. In softball, playing today, they've won 2 games. They have one more at Lincoln Southwest. McCook with the football now. Handoff up the middle and breaks a tackle and falls forward for the first down there. The Bison make a first down after Beatrice drove it deep inside their territory. Boys tennis in varsity duel on August 29th. That was yesterday. And it was delayed because of the weather. They're back in action tomorrow at Elkhorn, an invitational. They'll be at home. We want to come out and watch the boys tennis team under Karen Dittbrenner. They will be here against York in a duel on September 3rd at 4 o'clock at Hannibal Park. Cross country will open tomorrow at Norris High School at 9:30 in the morning. Girls golf. Wow. Aubrey Simmons today placed 4th, and the team improved big time today at the Lincoln Northwest at Highlands Golf Course Invitational.
Big shoes to fill for Ross Hoagland there out on that golf course.
Ross is the perfect fit as a golf coach. I watched him teach at the middle school. I've watched him golf. He hadn't played for 2 years and beat me by 50 shots. I know he's a good golfer. Cook running up the middle. That is pure Bison football right there. They like to run between the tackles, and that's another first down for McCook.
Update here on softball, bottom of the first, just getting underway against Lincoln Southwest, and Jada Berkey on the mound for the Lady Orange. 0-0.
All right, Jada. We saw Kerrigan 1-1 today. Layla 1-1 today. Now it's time for Jada to step up and take the pitching. We do have a musical concert coming up. Once Upon a Mattress at the Havilone Center on Sunday, September 29th. Mark your calendars for that musical. Once Upon a Mattress, Saturday, September 8th or 28th, 29th, and September 3rd. So 3 days, I'm sorry. Once Upon a Mattress, and that's at 7 o'clock on each one of those days. Saturday, September 28th, Sunday, September 9th, 29th, Monday, September 30th. Once Upon a Mattress, Beatrice High School musical, concert choir. That's some of the events coming up.
Good to be back in school.
Yeah.
Football season's here. It's always a long July, waiting for it to get back rolling again.
I thought it was short. I thought it just seemed like the summer started, and we're back to playing football already. There's the mighty band from Beatrice land. Always in tune. That's why Andrew Johnson got the name Maestro. He was the maestro of the band instructor for years, for taking over Beam Broadcasting. Once he earned that title, he doesn't lose that title. That's why we call Andrew Johnson the Maestro.
I always wondered where that came from.
I wonder if Mr. Johnson misses being a band instructor, or if he enjoys the Beam Broadcasting so much.
I think he loves this a lot. I would, with all these cameras in here. It's fascinating.
It's like mission control. I mean, if you have a chance, come in this room and just take a look at it. Think, wow, this is better than what NASA has down in Houston, Texas. We could launch our own space vehicles from this room. 49-0 here. McCook over Beatrice. We begin the fourth quarter play. Pitch back. The running back, and nice tackle from behind. We do have a flag down. I've lost my rosters. Sorry, folks. Wanted to tell you who made that tackle, but unfortunately, I left my rosters over at the stadium. Don't leave it to Hunter. There's number 11 on the tackle there. That was Jay Jackson, the 6 foot, 160-pound junior.
Yeah.
Jay's a good basketball player.
Yes, he is. The holding there on McCook, and refs are out going to start throwing some flags, or they know it's running clock.
Yeah. Handoff goes up the middle. Again, good counter action. And a pickup of about 2 on the play. Looks like a lot of new numbers on for both teams.
What do you think my predecessor is doing? What is Jeff Junker doing tonight?
Jeff Junker is down on the Lake of the Ozarks enjoying his quote-unquote retirement. Although I figure he retired about 10 years ago, even though he's still teaching. I work with him. I know Jeff Junker. Oh, Junk is enjoying the lakeside.
He better be studying up on his fantasy football. That's all I'm saying.
Nice tackle there by the Orangemen. Good pursuit by the Orangemen defense. Well, he's got all kinds of time. It's either that or Candy Crush. You know Jeff Junker. He loves that Candy Crush game. 59 on the tackle for Beatrice.
Grayson Klein.
Grayson Klein. I'm going to take that from you if you don't mind. Grayson, 6 foot, 240-pound sophomore. Good video right there of Coach Keiser. If you know Coach Keiser, you love the guy to death. Man, I tell you what, he has passion for his football team, but more importantly for his family.
Yes.
I mean, he is a very family-oriented gentleman.
And that's what you want out of a football coach. You want that passion. You want that fire.
That family environment that he instills in you.
Yes.
Well, it'll be a couple more weeks before we have the Beam broadcast. And because Beatrice teams are pretty much on the road for the next couple of weeks. And I didn't bring my Beam schedule, so again, I fail again. First game of the year, we got technical difficulties from the broadcaster Brian Cook. Forgot my rosters over there.
We're statless tonight.
Yeah, yes. Thank you for pointing that out, Hunter. I remember you asked me, how come Jeff Junker doesn't do that? No, Junker doesn't do stats.
I was like, I thought that was the color's job, but it was Junker.
Too much work, too much math involved. I know he's a math teacher at one point, but
That's a great point.
I think Jeff just wants to sit back and comment on the games and enjoy it, just relax. Oh, Jeff Junker. To know Jeff is to love Jeff. One of my all-time friends. And tell you what, every day I was at the hospital after that stroke, he was up there. Him and Luke Nichols came up a lot to see me. And that support, again, helped me get back to where I'm at now. You know who your real friends are when you're down and out, and they're picking you up. Like Hunter Zarbanecki and the Zarbanecki family. More than just friends or family. Until Landon, he still owes me a fishing trip at the pond. We had a fishing competition, I thought, lined up, and
I'm sure it's still on.
I hope so. I was bragging about my bass fishing one day to him, and you got that pond in the backyard, and I want to fish against Landon or fish with Landon, see who catches the most fish.
Yeah, for sure. Him and my dad go out there quite often. I'll fish some. I'm not like the biggest fisherman, but those two are out there a lot. I know they caught a couple of big ones this spring. I'm not sure about this summer recently, but
great sport. We should cover fishing tournaments on Beam Broadcasting at the Zarbanecki household. And bring the maestro out there to compete against us in fishing. Although I think his forte is more of redecorating houses, painting houses, and what he's done with the house next to him is just incredible. You've seen the pictures. You think he's good at what he does here at Fish Control.
I might just have to get him a few jobs for myself.
No. He does refurbish houses like nobody else. Well, 6:57 to go here in the fourth quarter. McCook leads at 49-0. Got off to a great start, and Beatrice did not get off to a great start. Made some mistakes. And again, that's stuff that will help them in the long run. You learn better from your mistakes, not so much your successes.
A lot of new guys out there for Beatrice that haven't played a lot of minutes for him in the past, so I think that's the most important thing is getting them out in the field. Obviously, this is a very good opponent to kick off your high school career with, but you're going to learn a lot, especially the pace of the game, the tempo, and what that's like out there.
Very few returning players. Merrick Johnson, Cale Cook, John Reason, Bo Spilker for the returners for Coach Keiser. And it's just rebuilding after that and maturing throughout the season. Oh, beautiful night for football, though. I mean, can't beat that. It's not 105 out like we've seen in the past. In fact, I think the maestro told me that he can't remember a season opener with the weather so perfect, and I agree with him.
It has been great. There were some 100, 105-degree days that you play here in August, September, and I guess we just had that last week, didn't we, early this week, and very fortunate for the weather tonight. Yeah.
Of course, there have been, on the other end of the spectrum, some of those games and the snow and the cold. Well, I remember going to Omaha Roncalli the first year I was here, and I'm up with Brian May broadcasting the game from Roncalli, and Brian May's got the heat just turned way up. I mean, I'm boiling up inside the booth, and Dallas Jensen walked in for the post-game show, and I looked over at Brian May. I didn't see Dallas behind me, and I said, "Brian, can you get it any more hotter in here?" I turned around. There's Dallas Jensen. His rosy red cheeks look like Santa Claus. I mean, you could tell he was cold. He wanted it hot. I thought, oh, Dallas is here, and so that's a game I'll never forget.
Great story. That's one part I love about football is you get to see both seasons from the start. You get the summer hot degrees, and by the end of it, you got potentially snow on the ground and freezing temperatures.
Yeah. And I'll never forget a road trip I made out to Scotts Bluff where it iced over, and I drove back from Scotts Bluff, state champion. Isaiah Dell was a running back, and we're driving back on ice. I mean, 20 miles per hour is the max you can go. And we lost one of our Beatrice family members, Miss Bowie, who died in a car crash on the way back. I'll never forget that incident, never forget that experience. Scottsbluff people were good people out there, but I'll never make that trip again. That's a long trip, and when you got ice on the roads, devastating. I think the biggest Beatrice football memory, the clock continues to run, without a doubt, Omaha Gross at Athletic Park in the playoff game, the highest scoring Class B playoff game ever, and we won that game on Justin Coleman's 2-point conversion.
Fumble on the ground. And they got it back.
But Justin Coleman ran in it. We were going to get the extra point for the tie in double overtime. Instead, Coleman took the snap, ran it in for the 2-point conversion. We beat Omaha Gross in the playoffs. That's a game I'll never forget. Derek Long helped with that game. Just a memory I'll never forget. Another memory, the Elkhorn South game, when Jessup Workman went up against Moses Bryant, and Jessup Workman and the Orangemen went in and upset Elkhorn South in the playoffs, first round of the playoffs.
Yeah, what's great about that was the year before would have been my senior year, and we lost to them. We lost to them first round of the playoffs.
7-6.
It was at our place in overtime. We scored to go down 1, went to do the extra point, and we tried to do the fake LSU, and my knee was on the ground.
Yes.
And blew it dead as we snapped it, and that's how my high school football season or career ended. So that was the revenge game that next year, playing Elkhorn South, and
I think it was 45-30 or 45-40 something. It was a high-scoring affair. I mean, you had Jessup Workman, Alec Cromer on one side, Moses Bryant on the other side, back and forth. It was a great battle in that game. I'll never forget that one. Zach Decker gave me some great memories. A kicker and a quarterback. Cam Jurgens obviously gave us all great memories. Now we get to watch him on TV. Playing for the Philadelphia Eagles.
Taking over starting center this year, it'll be fun to watch.
It will. It takes
exciting
over
to watch
Kelsey.
on Sundays, and
run up the middle and another touchdown by McCook. They extend their lead here, 55-0. And I'm excited to see what Cam Jurgens can do at center, replacing Jason Kelsey.
Yeah, for sure. And the Eagles have been one of the top 5 teams in the NFL the past few years, and Jalen Hurts has done a good job on that offense. And
now they got Saquon Barkley.
Barkley comes in, got a good receiving core, very solid defense.
They will be very good. I'm excited to watch Cam and the Eagles play. Of course, my team, growing up in South, I'm a Houston Texans guy, and I love D'Amico Ryan, one of the greatest coaches ever. I mean, he's already rebuilt in 2 years what Bill O'Brien destroyed down there at Houston. And D'Amico Ryan has answered the call. C.J. Stroud, enough said. Kansas City, my wife's a big rabid. I mean, she foams at the mouth. Can't say Chiefs fan. She's always been that way. She's been a Chiefs fan since she was born. And they're going to have a good season again. You got Mahomes back.
Yeah, they've had a very impressive run here, and I think a lot of people laugh at Andy Reid, or they used to. Andy Reid is going to go down as one of the
best coaches
of all
ever.
time. That he will, and it's impressive how he can keep those guys rolling. Obviously, it helps when you got Mahomes back there and Kelsey, but every year you just think this might be the year they fall off, might be the year, but nope, keeps them up there.
They just rebuild.
They do,
and do a great job. Andy Reid, he's a great coach. Until you can be the best, you have to beat the best. And so, to me, Andy Reid's the best coach. Patrick Mahomes the best quarterback. Your fantasy football gearing, you look for the best. Travis Kelsey the best tight end. I know some people think Sam Laporta of Detroit is the best. Nope.
Yep.
Travis Kelsey is the best because he's a Super Bowl champion. And I drafted Travis Kelsey in my last fantasy football draft. I got him. I didn't get Patrick Mahomes. I got Lamar Jackson as my quarterback, so I feel pretty good about this team. Got Joe Mixon, running back, James McCook of Buffalo as a running back, I feel pretty good about my chances.
I can't give Johnson any of my tips here. I got to draft with him on Tuesday, so I better keep my mouth shut.
I'm going to give him some advice if I can, because I'm a fantasy football expert. Running backs, tight ends, those should be your top 2. Don't worry about quarterbacks or wide receivers or a dime a dozen. I mean, you got your first top 2, which is Hill and Lamb. After that, you got a wide variety of wide receivers.
What's interesting, and I always keep this in mind with the leagues. Oh,
look at there down the.
Here we go.
Beatrice may be able to score here down the near side of the field.
Carson Workman.
Carson Workman, the 5'9", 155-pound sophomore. And he scores for Beatrice. Jason Workman, be happy, be proud. Carson Workman is your son.
He took off. I mean, he exploded there down the sidelines. Tippy-toed, stayed in bounds. Good to get on the board tonight.
Yeah,
here.
and a great way, if this game we're in right now, that's a positive going in your next game.
For sure. Goose egg just doesn't ever look good. It's hard. That can be pretty humiliating. So getting some points up here, getting maybe a little bit of momentum to take into next week against Crete.
Carson just a sophomore this year. Again, a baseball player at heart. Snap is down. The extra point is up, and it is no good.
So Brian, did you just see that extra point there? I'm not sure if it was intentional, but we set a guy in motion across the middle on the snap. Like, it looked like that was intentional. It's the first extra point we saw, but it looked like there maybe is a chance to snap it there as he's running across. So I'll be curious.
And maybe a 2-point conversion possibility, I guess. I've never seen it.
I haven't either. That's why I saw that. I don't know if that was intentional or not.
There's a wrinkle in the playbook of Coach Keisher. I don't know. I've seen different variants of how the line lines up. And the snapper and the kicker's back there with only the center in front of them.
I've never seen a guy in motion, though, on a PAT.
And again, was that designed, or maybe was that someone out of?
That's to be determined. I guess
If we see it again,
maybe we'll see it tonight, but see next week.
Again, the Orangemen will try to rebound next week on the road. They'll take on the Cardinals in Crete at Doane College next week, and then they're off on the road again the following week against Platteview. Then you said Platteview defeated Crete?
Platteview defeated Crete 14-0 last night.
Okay. And kickoff taken opposite way, and just get in front of him and tackle. There you go, force him out of bounds.
So be coming back here, big block in the back, right by about the 25-yard line.
See, I missed that. That's something Jeff Junker would never have missed, That's great thing about having Junker up there. He doesn't miss anything.
He never misses a penalty.
Yeah, he doesn't miss me.
Always gets those.
Well, obviously, Ken Marr. Kevin Marr on one bowl game got more airtime in a college bowl game than any player did. I don't remember, maybe it was a Holiday Bowl a few years back, where it seemed like every time you've turned it away, Kevin Marr was there on the microphone talking. I saw Kevin a couple weeks after. I said, "You got more airtime than the stars of the football team." But if Kevin was out there, Jeff Junker wouldn't care.
Yep.
He'd say, "Kevin, that was a bad call." I mean, Junks calls it how he sees it. Even if it's Kevin Marr, I would never doubt Kevin Marr in anything.
And that's the thing, being the head rep, a lot of times you're not even the one making the call. You're just communicating it from your crew. But you get all the blame.
Yes. But Kevin Marr is next level, like Cam Jurgens. I mean, it's great to see Beatrice graduates that love the sports, that can excel, and succeed at the next levels.
It's been pretty neat just to turn on games on Big 12 now, but it used to be Pac-12 and
Yes.
random bowl game. And there you see a Beatrice grad right there.
Yeah. So Mike Higgins years ago played for the New Orleans Saints. How about Xavier Omon? Played
Yep.
for the Denver Broncos. We've had players that have played in the professional levels from this century. I mean, 3 of them. Mike Higgins, Cam Jurgens, Xavier Omon. Before that, before the turn of the century, we had other players that made them. We had a Pittsburgh Steeler, Bob Hahn.
Ball carried by Grady Miller. Making the tackle was Jordan Griffith. Ball at the 37-yard line. 2nd and 4.
Good defensive play there.
Good.
Making the tackle was
Time running down here.
And we're good. 15 seconds. Again, I'd like to thank our sponsors, Beam and Beatrice High School Activities. Would like to thank all our sponsors for their continued support. The support helps our students achieve at the highest level possible. Our sponsors this year: First State Bank, Garnett Investment Strategies, Jones Group, Security First Bank, Southwick Chiropractic, Sunrise Bakery, Beatrice Community Hospital, Beatrice YMCA, Building Tech Incorporated, and First National Bank of Omaha. Great sponsors. Still sponsorship opportunities available. If your business would like to become a sponsor of Beam, please contact Cindy Reminga at Beatrice High School. And our thanks to our Beam Dream Team again tonight. Our Beam Dream Teamers, some of them veterans of the past, come back. Ezzy Cuevas was here. Alex Veneman was up there. Lizzie Minnick was running a camera up there. Obviously, it starts with their leader, the maestro, Andrew Johnson. But Beam Teamers this year: Lexi Mustin, Mary Ellen Zabata, Grace Bigley, Layla Boyko, Maddie Bunch, Isaac Bruna, Lizzie Minnick, and Caden Zatera. Our thanks to our sponsors and our staff here at Beam Broadcasting. Again, our final score: McCook wins it 56-6. For Hunter Zarbedicki, thanks, my friend, for coming in, joining us.
Thank you, Brian. Thanks for having me on. I had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Hope to do it again sometime.
Well, we will have to. We'll have to take Jeff Junker out of the box one night and have you bring you back in. Hunter Zarbedicki with me. I'm Brian Cook, along with the maestro, Andrew Johnson. Have a great night, everybody.